Be prepared, because we're about to experience what could be the most important portal of the year, and most people have no idea what's about to happen. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Tomorrow's 22-2 portal is more than just numbers. It's the moment countless souls have been waiting for, a gateway that accelerates everything you've been manifesting, revealing answers that have been just out of reach. But here's the thing. Most people will sleep through it, missing the synchronicities, the nudges and the rare opportunities slipping through their fingers. But you won't be one of them. This portal is powerful, but you must be aware of what's to come. The energy is shifting, and whether you're ready or not, it will affect you. If you don't recognize it when it happens, you could miss everything this portal is here to unlock. Pay attention, because I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know. Keep watching, because there's one specific aspect of this portal that almost no one knows about, and trust me, once you hear it, it's going to change everything. I'll reveal it later in this video, so don't miss it. If you think this is just another random spiritual day on the calendar, think again, because something strange is already happening, and I need to warn you about it. You've been putting in the effort, pushing through challenges, and staying committed even when it felt impossible. The finish line is closer than it seems, but this is where most people give up, right before the breakthrough. The universe has been watching every intention, every late-night thought, every step forward when it would have been easier to stop. And now, the shift has already begun. The 222 portal isn't just coming, it's opening, even though we haven't reached the 22nd yet. Its energy is already in motion. You've probably felt it. The signs, the synchronicities, the unexplainable pull towards something greater. Even if the results aren't obvious, trust me, the energy has already shifted. The breakthrough isn't coming, it's here. Some people quit right before the finish line, turning back when the blessing is just around the corner. But that's not your story. You didn't come this far just to almost make it, but there's something about this portal that's unlike any before it. And when you hear what it is, everything will make sense. Wait, wasn't there already a 2-based portal this month? Yes, but this one is different. A lot of people think February 2nd and February 22nd are the same kind of energy, but they're not. February 2nd was the signal, the preview, the warning. If you were paying attention, you probably felt little shifts, small clues, things falling into place or completely falling apart. But February 22nd, this is the activation, the actual shift. Think of the 2-2 portal as the trailer and 222 as the full movie. If you ignore the signs from the beginning of the month, this one won't let you. You might start noticing repeating numbers everywhere, weird synchronicities, or sudden opportunities coming out of nowhere. And here's the thing, they won't wait for you. This portal is a final call. If you've been dragging your feet on something important, whether it's a decision, a change, or a dream you've been sitting on, this is your moment. But here's the catch. Just because this energy is powerful doesn't mean it's automatically good. There's one mistake you absolutely cannot afford to make tomorrow. Listen carefully, because this might be the most important thing I say. In this entire video, whatever you do tomorrow, do not ignore your intuition. This portal isn't just opening doors, it's highlighting everything you've been avoiding. If something feels off, it is. If you get an unexpected nudge to do something, do it. If you ignore the signs tomorrow, you'll feel it later. If there's a conversation you've been dodging, a gut feeling you've been suppressing, a path you know you need to take but keep delaying, the universe is going to make it loud. The question is, are you going to listen, or are you going to wait until the signs get even stronger, until they're impossible to ignore? Remember when I told you there was one specific aspect of this portal that almost no one knows about? Well, this is it. The energy of 2025 is not the same as 2024 or 2023 or any other year before it. Here's why. 2025 is a 9-year in numerology. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 plus 9. If you know anything about numerology, you know that 9 is the number of endings. 2025 isn't just about alignment. It's about letting go of everything that's already over. This means that the 222 portal this year isn't just about moving forward. It's about finally closing doors that should have been shut a long time ago. If you've been holding on to something that's already run its course, a job, a relationship, a version of yourself that no longer fits, this portal is about to make that very clear. You might feel it as a sudden wave of realization, like you wake up tomorrow and just know that something has to change. Or, if you've been resisting that change, the universe might start making decisions for you. If you suddenly feel like certain friendships drain you more than they uplift you. If you realize that your current path is only leading you in circles. If you get hit with a feeling of, I can't keep doing this anymore. That's the 222 portal closing a chapter for you. This isn't just another angel number day, it's a turning point, a moment where the past stops clinging to you and the future starts pulling you forward. But here's the thing, not all endings feel peaceful. Some come with resistance, some come with frustration, and some come with people or situations that will push every single one of your buttons. And that's exactly what we need to talk about next. Something will test you tomorrow. It could be a person, a situation, or even something as small as spilling your coffee. But whatever it is, it will get under your skin more than usual. And that's not random. Your triggers are your teachers. What annoys you is revealing what still controls you emotionally. This portal is designed to reveal what still has power over you. If something small sets you off, like a delayed response, an unexpected inconvenience, or someone saying something that just rubs you the wrong way, don't just brush it off. Ask yourself, why does this bother me so much? Because the answer will tell you exactly where you still have emotional work to do. If a comment makes you defensive, what are you afraid they're right about? If someone's attitude makes you angry, is it because they remind you of something you don't want to face in yourself? If a situation makes you feel powerless, where else in your life have you been giving your power away? This is shadow work in real time. The universe isn't testing you to punish you. It's testing you to show you what still needs to be healed. And here's the truth. If you don't face it now, it will come back later, louder and stronger. So tomorrow, if something pushes your buttons, don't just react. Pause. Breathe. Ask yourself what it's trying to teach you. Something strange is about to happen. A person from your past is about to make an appearance. And I don't just mean scrolling past their name on social media. I mean a direct, undeniable re-entry into your life. Maybe it's a text from an old friend who vanished years ago. Maybe it's a past relationship knocking at your door physically or digitally. Or maybe it's even someone you thought you had completely moved on from suddenly showing up in your mind so strongly, so vividly, that you can almost feel their presence. And listen, this is not random. When someone resurfaces around the 222 portal, it's because something between you is still open, a lesson, a memory, a thread of energy that never fully untangled. The universe isn't just moving you toward your future, it's circling back, making sure nothing unfinished is dragging behind you. Sometimes that means closure, sometimes that means reconnection, and sometimes it's a test. Because here's the thing, not everything that comes back is meant to stay. Some people return to remind you of how much you've grown. Some people return because they feel the shift happening in your life, even if they don't realize it. And some are just echoes of the past, testing you to see if you've really moved on. So before you react, before you hit a reply out of instinct, before you brush it off like it's nothing, stop and ask yourself, why now? What does this mean for me? What is the universe trying to show me? Because the timing is never accidental, and how you respond could shape what happens next. And speaking of things that seem like coincidences, there's something else about 222 that happens every single year, and when it does, it's impossible to ignore. There's something about February 22nd that just doesn't feel normal. Every year, something happens. Something small at first, a moment that feels weird, out of place, like reality just glitched for a second. Maybe it's a conversation that unfolds too perfectly, a random encounter that sends chills down your spine, or a message so precise that it feels like someone or something was waiting for you to hear it. And let's be real, most people don't even notice it at the time. They brush it off, keep moving, assume it was just another part of their day. But then later, when they look back, it clicks. That wasn't random. That wasn't just one of those things. That was the portal speaking, because this isn't just another date on the calendar. 222 is a powerful number, one of alignment, balance, and divine timing. When this energy floods in, things shift. And when that shift happens, the universe finds ways to send confirmation. Think back. Has there ever been a day where something felt too perfect, too aligned, too impossibly well-timed to be an accident? That's the kind of thing that happens on 222. Some people notice it in a conversation where every word, every sentence flows like it was written ahead of time. Others feel it in the atmosphere, like the air itself is buzzing with some invisible charge. And then there are those moments where you see something, hear something, or even just feel something deep in your gut that makes you stop and think, wait, what was that? It's the kind of thing you only recognize if you're paying attention, and if you aren't, you miss it. So tomorrow, be aware. The universe is dropping signs left and right, weaving patterns you won't understand until later. Don't let them slip past you. Because when something like this happens, when reality itself starts nudging you, you don't ignore it. You listen, you observe, and most importantly, you trust, because the portal is speaking. This isn't a coincidence. You're here for a reason. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign, wondering if you're on the right path, if the things you've been manifesting are coming, if the shift you feel inside is real or just wishful thinking. Let me be clear, it's real. This portal isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a moment of alignment, a checkpoint where the universe pulls back the curtain just for a second to show you. Yes, you are on the right path. Yes, things are shifting. Yes, the energy is moving. But here's the part nobody talks about. Most people miss their moment. They get so caught up in the waiting, the doubting, the second-guessing, that when the universe finally delivers the sign, they ignore it. They brush off the synchronicities. They silence their own intuition. Not you. You're here. You're seeing this. That means you're already tuned in, already listening, already aware enough to recognize that something bigger is happening. And that means you have a choice. You can lean in, trust the feelings, follow the nudges, and say yes to the opportunities that show up in the days ahead. Or you can do what most people do, overthink it, doubt it, wait for another sign, an even bigger one, just to be sure. But here's the truth, the universe is not in the business of convincing you. If you keep hesitating, if you keep rejecting the signs, eventually they stop coming. Not because you aren't meant for more, but because free will is real. You get to decide whether you walk through the door or stand in front of it forever. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.